Yo, what it do, what it does. It's your boy OG Doe. We back with another video. You know what I'm saying? Back with another one. We back at it. We back at it like we never left. This one is brought to us by Blackie Speaks. Blackie Speaks. I've seen this situation kind of floating around the internet, but I haven't like really dove into it to figure out exactly what just happened. Somebody said he broke this down pretty like clear on what happened and gave some insight on it. So we're gonna check it out and see what it is and what it ain't. If y'all find yourself keep coming back to the channel, please make sure y'all drop a sub. You know what I'm saying? Join the OG gang. We'll love to have you. Drop a sub, leave a like on the video, leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, I appreciate it, man. Welcome to the OG gang. I promise you it won't cost you a dime. It's free 99 every time. Just a little bit of your time. A click, a click, a click. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, without further ado, man, we're gonna jump right into it. Blackie Speaks. Blackie Speaks, right? Yeah, Blackie Speaks. And yeah, these rappers are so disrespectful. Let's see what done happened with, I think this guy's name is Plaqueboymax. Forgive me if I mess his name up. Something with Fiveo foreign and what's the other dude name? Liltjay. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Now I want to talk about this trending story involving a few people. A popular streamer by the name of Plaqueboymax, rapper Liltjay, and rapper Fiveo Foreign. You might have heard about the story because it's trending on social media right now, but streamer Plaqueboymax invited Liltjay and Fiveo Foreign to one of his streams. It was a cook-up session where they were essentially making music while they were on live. Now the meat and potatoes of the story is that Liltjay and Fiveo Foreign ended up lighting up a J inside the spot. It was an Airbnb that Max had rented out for the purpose of this session. And he initially saw Liltjay lighting up while the stream was going on, and he noticed and told him, hey bro, you can't do that in here because the smoke alarm will go off.
What'd you say? Stop playing smoke. Who's smoking? Who's smoking? Yo, TJ.
What's up? Who the
Yo, this a B&B. You can't smoke in here. This shit don't go off. Yeah, I appreciate you though.
And then a minute or two goes by and he tells him the same thing because Liltjay wasn't listening. It took him a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, before Max had to bring it up one final.
That was pretty, I think that was all right. Pretty straightforward. Like, hey, yo, it's going to go off if you know what I mean, if you smoking here to smoke along. Which makes sense because if he's streaming and buddy's smoking, fire alarm go off. This is how bro make his music. I mean, not make his music, but this is how he make his money streaming. Now he can't stream if a fire alarm is going off, constantly beeping. All because the nigga won't put the J out. That's crazy. All right, let's see how it play. Let's see how it played out. Let's see.
No time, making it very clear that the show can go on if they don't respect his wishes. And then that's when he one final time kind of walked up to them and he told them, he was like, hey, you guys can go to the back if you want to smoke, the backyard.
Yo, bro. Yo, you can't smoke in here. This shit gonna go off. Like, please. I appreciate you.
Now, a few things happened after that, one of them being that Fiveo Foreign decided to blow smoke in his face before he left. That's right. He not only blew smoke in his face, but they both ended up leaving after that. So that sounds pretty clear to me. He's like, hey, bro, this is an Airbnb. You can't smoke in here. The alarm is going to go off. And he's like, all right, until he has to tell him once again.
Dude, okay, he's at an Airbnb. Is they got in it? Can they just go? I mean, if y'all got smoke, y'all really trying to blow it, just step outside real quick. You know what I'm saying? Step outside by the cars, or if they got a backyard, go to the backyard.
I don't know too much about Plaqueboymax, but one thing's obvious. This man is very patient, but he's also very firm because, you know, he's standing on his principles, which says a lot about him as a person, but most importantly of all, as a man. But a man can only be so patient, and Max got to his breaking point because he stopped the music and he walks up to them, right? I don't know exactly what he says, but he does tell them that you can't be in here doing that and mentions something about there being a backyard, which is relevant because he's telling them you can go, you know, to the back and do that.
Can you show them where, like, in the back, niggas cannot smoke in? Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. If niggas smoking here, I'm gonna have to shut this bitch down. Like,
Y'all to the back. Backyard.
like there's a backyard.
Let Uncle.
It's in the back. Can you show him?
And then before they leave, like we saw Fiveo Foreign, who's about to be 35 in March, mind you, blows clouds right in his face. Now, to be fair, if you looked at the clip, he's responding to someone who's sitting on the left side near Max, and he happens to have a mouth full of clouds and conveniently blows it right in Max's face. Now, a couple important things I want to say in regards to this story. First of all, I'm happy to see
Man, we got to do better. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me watch a little bit more of this before I say what I'm about to say.
Majority of people have some sense, because, you know, the general consensus seems to be that this was in fact disrespectful. If someone invites you to their space and they have certain rules in place, like, you know, you can't smoke inside the property, you got to respect the boundary, point blank period.
Facts.
Because what kind of situation is this? Well, Plaqueboymax, who streams for a living, is working, so this is his workspace. He invites these two rappers to create some music and some content together, so this is a place of business, right? It's no different from going to a meeting as an artist, and the setting in itself might be different, but anyone who takes what they do seriously, they're not going to look at this and have any type of different feelings about it. Like, it's a workspace. So I'm happy that people are on the right side of things. However, on the other hand, we've seen people like this girl right here, Asian Doll. She posted a response to this on
he said it in a nutshell, bro. If somebody invites you to their space and they let you know, oh man, we can't do that, but they actually accommodate you by saying, hey, just step out in the backyard, y'all can smoke, man. Just do it outside, because in here it's gonna make all this go off. It's gonna mess up the stream. We ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, hear nothing, because it's beeping. So I'm gonna have to end the stream until it stop. That might take a long time for it to stop. I used to smoke myself, and I've been in places where we done smoked out a spot, and it take a long time for that to go off, because the smoke settle and do something different to the smoke detectors. But he had a spot to accommodate them boys for it. You dig what I'm saying? So what was the? Let me see something, bro. Let me finish watching this. Let me see.
Twitter, and this is what she said: don't invite
Asian
rappers
dog?
if they can't smoke.
Asian dog? Don't invite rappers if they can't smoke. What? So rappers are above somebody rules if they're above respect. Wait a minute. So they're above the boundaries that somebody have set in their own personal place, as far as not, you know what I mean, not, you know what I mean, don't smoke in here. They above that? I ain't gonna lie, Asia, that was goofy, gang. I ain't gonna lie. You tweaked that. That ain't it.
So rappers are obviously, according to Asian Doll, above following the rules set by the people in charge of the space they're in. Rappers.
Bro, you just said it. I like this guy, bro. He said it. He on point. No Diddy. He on point though.
No basic human decency, like respecting someone else's environment just because they're rappers. There's absolutely no logic in what she said.
No logic.
This actually brings me to a bigger and more important conversation regarding this type of behavior, which of course comes down to class and culture. But before we get into that, let me share something with you that I've heard from countless of people, specifically who work in the music industry. And some people, you know, who've seen the title might already know what I'm going to be talking about. One thing I've heard time and time again, especially this past year, as I myself have kind of been dipping my foot in the water in the music industry, so to speak, but the majority of the people in the industry, right, the music industry, they actually don't like working with rappers. Now, rappers in the music industry are seen as some of the hardest creatives to work with, and this is something I've heard time and time again. I've heard this from engineers, videographers, photographers. I hear this as
egos. And I hate that with a passion. They be egos, bro. That really be the downfall of a lot of people, especially in business or business relationships. Egos, not willing to compromise, thinking they bigger than, or they supposed to, entitled type shit. Man, that shit goofy, bro. Like, respect, man. When did we start losing respect, gang? For everything. That's crazy. Without that, we ain't got shit.
Especially from producers. I hear this from managers, A&Rs, and basically anyone who comes in contact with rappers in general. This isn't something that's often discussed publicly.
Say, I mess with music. Outside of all other stuff I do, I've been in countless studios, countless situations. I done seen rappers do some of the craziest stuff. Not saying all of them, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who we talking about when we talk about this. When we speak on this, and I ain't talking about Fiveo, and I ain't talking about Liltjay, because I don't know them dudes personally, and I ain't never seen them in that setting. I'm just speaking in general as far as the stuff that I've seen. I've seen rappers be on some weird extra shit, bro, thinking they above woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? I done seen rappers slap the engineer. You know what I'm saying? Trying to mix and master their stuff and get their stuff right. I done seen people do all type of rappers do all type of extra stuff, bro. Just being super extra. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand where that entitlement or where that ego comes from. like they can't be touched or something. I mean, you know how many rappers get offed? Get exiled, get RIP'd? Nobody's above nothing, man. Just respect everybody and everything and keep it peaceful, keep it pushing. It's that simple. That's wild.
So this might, come as a surprise if you're hearing this for the first time. The truth is, people don't want to ruffle feathers or risk damaging the relationships they've built. And while I won't be naming any names, I've got a wow story to share with you. Stick around until the end of this video to hear it. Now, people in general don't like working with rappers because there's a specific type of behavior that comes with working with them. As an example, it's generally agreed that rappers are very bad with being on time in the music industry. Most rappers have zero professionalism, like I'm talking zero. The majority
zero, and that goes from the top to the bottom. Why y'all think? I ain't gonna say this is one specific reason, and I hate to even bring him up because I actually love this artist, but Lil Wayne, they say he was hella late to his performance at the Grammys or some shit, and he pulled up smelling like a pound. Yeah, we know who Lil Wayne is, this, that, and the third. We get it. All right, whatever. But still, bro, this is a professional setting. This is you know what I'm saying? These people on time. They got punctual. They are very punctual when it comes to time, especially when it comes to performance slots and all this, that, and the third. And you showing up late for that? What does that say? That's a big F you to them. So what they gonna say back? They got you too. And that type of stuff carries with you and that stays with you. And these people don't forget that shit.
Don't really know how to conduct themselves in a business setting aside from outright ignorance, okay, just like straight ignorance and zero professionalism. A lot of rappers show up to meetings high off their mind, perked up, leaned out, zanned out, you name it. And to go along with the professionalism aspect, rappers are known for not paying people in the music industry. So as an example, let me share a quick story before we keep talking. One time I heard this story, and I'm not gonna say any names, but there's this engineer who works in the music industry. He mainly works with major label artists, and this engineer one time was working with a rapper, decently sized. Some of y'all actually might have him on your playlist, and they were in the studio. Mind you, this was the first time they're working together, and there was a disagreement about, let's just say, a simple disagreement about the payment process, and one thing led to another, and this poor guy got beat up by this rapper and his entourage. Long story short, he ended up getting, he didn't get paid for his work, and he also ended up getting sent to the ER. Now that's just one story out of the dozens on top of the dozens of stories that I've heard involving rappers being, honestly, for lack of better words, shitty. And the reason why I bring this up is not to sit here and demonize hip-hop or artists in the culture. I'm not only a voice in the genre, but I'm a rapper and singer myself. I make music, and all I'm saying is we have a cultural and class issue in hip-hop, which has painted rappers in an extremely bad light.
Right.
People see us as difficult to work with. I mean, when the most important person...
That's why I said not all, but we know who we talking about. Y'all know who we talking about. The rapper themselves know who we talking about. If you're a rapper or you inside the music industry yourself, you know who the hell we talking about. It ain't all. But those type of situations, them people don't forget, and they end up labeling all of us the same, or all rappers the same, or all artists the same. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, we gotta just clean that shit up.
The engineer doesn't get paid and gets sent to the ER, it's an issue, right? When people have this perspective of rappers that they have, zero professionalism and whatnot, and that they don't know how to be on time, and that they like bring 1,000 niggas to the studio who are all hotheads and they're all on perk 30s and leaned out and can't respect boundaries, and they're known as musicians who don't pay people. It's a very big problem. So this story right here just validates all those negative aspects of rappers, rap culture, and hip-hop in general. Rappers in the music industry are known for having a holier-than-thou energy as well, and they have that towards anyone they're working with. This is one of the unspoken reasons why rappers who quote-unquote fall off have a very hard time getting that momentum again. Did you guys know that a big part of that isn't actually the quality of the music only? Shocker. It's actually the person behind the music. Because have you guys noticed how there's a type of rapper who they might not have that much momentum and they might be all that relevant to the public anymore, but those are the rappers who more often than not end up bouncing back quicker. Now ask yourself, why is that? Well, because that other guy actually has morals, values, principles, and he's made an effort to nurture his relationships and treat people with respect. So when he needs some help because his career is colder than Iceland, all he needs to do is make a few phone calls. Next thing you know, he has a record with one of the hottest rappers in that period. Now, how does that happen? Well, that happens because people like you. You're actually a solid, cool, good person. So when you need your back scratched because you're a cool cat, people will come through. Get it? Cool cat, back scratched. There are countless of rappers who've quote unquote fallen off, not because of the quality of their music, but due to their lack of character. And it's no surprise that engineers and producers don't want to work with you. I mean, there's so many rappers who act like they're above the people who literally make the beats and polish your vocals to make you sound good for the world. And at the end of the day, music is a team effort, yet you're out here acting like it's a one-man show. which that's just not the case. So
Never
this type
is.
of
Never
story
the
casts
case.
a negative light on rappers as a whole. And like I mentioned earlier, this ultimately comes down to an issue of class. And when it comes to these particular rappers, by the way, Liltjay and Fiveo Foreign, they don't really have that much momentum anymore. Liltjay, as an example, is an independent artist, so for him, this kind of thing hurts him more than he could ever realize. When you're not on a major label like him, your relationships especially matter in a situation like this, because that's the only thing you can draw from. At least when you're assigned to a major label, you have access to an entire network of people through your partner, which is the label. But when you don't, it's relationships like these that are going to help you bounce back and stay in the spotlight. I really respect Plaqueboy for standing on business and keeping it P. And by the way, he ended up responding to this entire thing afterwards by saying this:
If you don't respect what I do, I don't want to work with you. So here's what it is. It's never gonna get done. Every artist I've ever invited on stream, all them niggas have respected me, I respect them, and we have fun and it's good vibes every time. This is the first time some shit ever happened like this.
Just like a man is supposed to, he stood on his principles, and for that, he got my respect. So shout out to Plaqueboy. I also know that he's doing really good on the music front as well, and he has a little bit of momentum. So shout out to another young black man winning, man. Shout out to Plaqueboy. Anyway, if you made it this far, drop a like on this video if you...
Facts, man. He definitely got my support and got my respect behind that. That was real. That was real. All you gotta do was just stand on your team, bro. Stand on your team, man. Stand on your square. Hold your shit down. He definitely did that, and that was number respect. That's a very unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? That's a very unfortunate situation because it shouldn't even went that far. It wasn't even that serious. It's just smoke. You know what I'm saying? Niggas act like they just gotta smoke, like they can't function unless they smoke. That's why I don't even smoke no more. I used to smoke super heavy, bro. I'm talking about 2 backwoods, gone or smoke before my feet touch the ground in the morning type stuff. Like I was on it too tough. And when I realized like everything we do, everything we going and we moving, we gotta smoke. Oh, about to go to the store. Are we going to the store? About to go run? All right, let me roll up real quick. Oh, where we going? We going out to yeah, let me roll up real quick. Oh, are we going to so-and-so house? Oh, yeah, let me roll up real quick. Oh, somebody about to pull up. Let me roll up real quick. Oh, the sun up. Let me roll up real quick. Oh, the sun going down. Let me roll up. It was, we found any reason to roll up. You know what I'm saying? So it was just too much. And when I realized I was on that type of time, I'm like, nah, man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like smoke. I don't even like being around it for the most part nowadays. But this is a very unfortunate situation, man, because I know Liltjay and Fiveo and them probably some good dudes. More than likely, I'm pretty sure them boys some good dudes, some chill people. But that situation just made them look pretty crazy. And I hope it don't escalate to anything else past just what it was, because it really wasn't that deep. It just looked crazy, but it really wasn't that deep. And I don't think it'll just really hurt them too bad like that. People gonna talk about it for a little bit. The next big thing gonna happen. They're gonna move on past it. But it is a little stain on the game when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are. Did they go too far? Did they really disrespect Plaqueboymax to the max like that? No pun intended. Did they really disrespect him like that? Did they really go too far? Man, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think. And if y'all new to the channel, man, definitely hit that sub button. We'd love to have you part of this OG gang. Like I said, we drop videos every day. So we'd love to have you, you know what I'm saying, show up, show out. You know what I'm saying, and be a part of this. So we appreciate that. Other than that, that's it for this video, man. Y'all know the slogan. Y'all boys be cool. How y'all be cool? Make sure y'all tell somebody you love them. Most of all, man, stay safe and stay dangerous. Until next time, we'll catch y'all on the next live. Peace.